All right. Hello, everybody. Shalom, everyone. How are you doing? We pray to the Lord that all of you are doing great. Uh, you know, some of you asked me, look like, many of you do not, is not interested in the update in the war in Syria. But for me, I believe this is very important because this will impact all the world, not only in that territory. Uh, there is many countries now in that areas are really terrified. Because it's not about the Syrian regime. The Syrian regime is not really important, but it is who is going to replace. So the last update uh, in the war, like this map actually doesn't show us everything we want to see. Let me see if I can find a better map. Give me a second. Is my voice coming good? In the future, like those who don't see what I see, the future will tell you what I'm talking about, that it is very serious. Let's see. If we take this one off, I know why this one is showing us. Hey, hold on. All right. Let us add a screenshot. Yeah, I'm not sure why this program is so stupid. I'm not really. I wish I can use the other program, but what we can do. Look, but it's showing me now. All right, let us see. All right. And now we take it off. And let us look for other map. Maybe it can be better for us. To explain to you why what's happening now is extremely important. Click here to make an account. I mean, you can't even view a picture unless you make an account. Let us see. No, not this one. Let us see if we can use this one. All right, so this one sounds like, acceptable. Acceptable. All right. So, this is the map of Syria, but, if you notice, Syria is in a very important location in the world. This is Turkey from the north. This is Iraq from the right side of your screen. And here is the sea, and here is Lebanon, and this is here Israel at the end of the line, and Jordan. So look how many countries are in connection, and those countries are very sensitive areas for the West. Uh, right now, according to the news, the terrorists, they were able to arrive almost to the borders of the city of Homs. The city here, let me see if I can draw with this page here. All right. That's mean they are in the borders of Lebanon. So in the war, if the war continued this way, if they were able to extend, they are connected directly to Lebanon. So the war will start not only in Syria now, it's going to start between Syria and the Shia in Lebanon. That is number one. Number two, if they took over Damascus, which is until now far from their hand, but you never know, you know, if they were able to take over Damascus, which is here, that means they are going to be all the way in the borders with Israel. So to make it simple, if those people, they were able to control Syria in general, that means Erdogan is going to be in the border of Israel. Here. I am very sure that Erdogan, the first thing those Syrian terrorists, they will do, they will give Erdogan a base the same as Qatar did to Turkey. They will give them a big base in order to protect their regime, this new regime, so they can be protected from any foreign invasion, because still they are weak no matter what, how strong they are. You know, the Russian can demolish them, the American can demolish them. So by bringing the Turkish, and this is what Qatar did, that will make anyone, when I think about attacking them, is thinking twice, because he will be attacking Turkey. So if Erdogan get close to Israel, Israel did not do any benefit for itself. They got rid of the regime of the Assad, and they got rid of Hezbollah, and Hezbollah is weak now, but now they have Erdogan himself on the border. And that means all the power of Turkey is on the border. It's not only those Al-Qaeda, a bunch of savage, you know, a few, you know, like 100,000 fighters. This is the story will not be the same. And if Israel think that those mujahideen, they will say it's okay for you to take Jerusalem, that is a big mistake from Israel. So I don't know really what the Israelis are thinking. I hope they are not doing the same stupid mistake the American did when they took Saddam Hussein off. The stupid American, during the time of George Bush, they took Saddam Hussein off from the office, but who took over? Iran. And now they will do the same. If Israel, because obviously, you know, Israel is making this happen, is weakening the regime. Yes, you know, like just today, they attacked multi places, destroying warehouses of weapons. It's obviously that Israel is helping the terrorists of Al-Qaeda. Now, it might be that the terrorists, they have an agreement with Israel that we will not be at war with you, but this is all of us who can trust a terrorist. You know, you trust a terrorist, that means you are just a stupid fool. So the impact in the future is going to be very, very, very much impressive. And now, not only those who they are here, they will be worried. The countries around, they will be worried about what is next. Iran will be worried because Iran now is going to lose all their influence. Iraq will be worried because Iraq is just have a huge border, I think more than 600 kilometers. All this border here, you know, you see it. All of this is borders, go all the way to Jordan. And that will make those terrorists able to go through. Like when they get strong enough, they will invade Iraq. Anytime Iraq look weak, something happened, the terrorists will invade. And I'm sure Erdogan will support that, because Erdogan's dream is to establish an Islamic caliphate. And look like the dream, it might come very soon if things continue this way. However, I'm expecting something else to happen. look like there is multi countries around the world. They want to get rid of the Assad regime. It's time for this regime to go. And I agree, this regime is stupid. This guy is an idiot. He's a donkey. Uh, he keeps singing the same song. He wanna fight Israel, but he never fought Israel, and he cannot even control his own country. So he's stupid. He's dummy. He gamble. He have a wrong gambling. He wanna support Hezbollah, and now Israel. Now actually Israel showed the whole Muslim world how weak they are. I mean, it's just two-month war with Israel. You will see how many regime will collapse. It's not only Syria. About a week ago, let us go to different map. Egypt took out more than 700 people from the terrorist list. And those terrorists are Muslim Brotherhood. So look like, I think Egypt, being advised by some intelligence, maybe Israel, we don't know, that they have to soften their tongue with the Muslim Brotherhood. So if Syria now controlled by the Muslim Brotherhood, which is look like is going to happen, maybe Jordan will be next, Egypt will be next, and Saudi Arabia will be next, and that is something those countries cannot handle. There's no way they will accept such a thing. This is why until now I believe that it's not for the benefit of any of those regimes around to let the regime of Syria collapse. So maybe this is what I'm thinking. They will not allow the terrorists to pass. Maybe they can take the city of Homs, we don't know, but they will not be able to pass certain lines. Let us zoom out a little bit. So we cannot draw in it, sadly. What we will do? Yeah, because this is a real map, it's not a screenshot. Let me see if I can get a screen image, not a real Google map. Maybe this one. Okay. All right, let us see. This map will do. But this website have too many commercial. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, they have to put commercial. It doesn't work without commercial. Commercial is a must. Let us see this one. Map for sale. All right, all right. All right, you know what? I will take a screenshot for the map in front of me instead of all of this headache. Right? I think that will be better. So we can draw on it. Oh, if I take screenshot, I can draw too. Just let it go. Anyway, so just to make it simple, the collapse of the Syrian regime is not about collapse of the Syrian regime only. All those countries, neighboring countries, they will be very worried about such a change happen next door. And Turkey is no longer will be far away from Jordan, no longer far away from Saudi Arabia, and no longer far away from Israel. And that making me think, is it really Israel want Erdogan to be few kilometers away from their border? Is that how stupid the Israeli is? Because I assure you, the first thing those people they will do if they take over Syria, they will open bases for Turkey. And that is a big danger act for Israel. You see, war with Hezbollah is not a big deal, but war between Turkey, and now the war will not be like far distance shooting missiles. They are in the borders. You know, Turkey is 100 million country, almost 80 million, I think. So it's not the same thing. This is not Israel, you know, versus Hezbollah. This is Turkey. So it's going to be a very big stupid mistake for Israel to let the Turkish get so close to their borders. And this is why I'm thinking maybe the plan next will be that they will not allow the regime to collapse, and they will not allow the terrorists to extend. But they surrender this area, so they will give the terrorists a big, let us say, territory to control. But still, there's no war. The war is not over. The peace is not happening, and nobody is taking over anything. The Assad will stay in control in Syria, in Damascus, and this area here, the green area, you see it in the map here. This is an area which the Muslim terrorists they cannot go through for many reasons. First of all, here it's mountains. There's a lot of Christians and a lot of Alawi. And now most of those people who run away from those cities, they run away for those territories, which means they will have a massive numbers of people to fight and resist. Plus the demography, you know, like the territory is very hard for war. You know, it's a mountain area. Plus the Russian, they have a big base here, and they will not allow anyone to get close to risk. They have bases in Tartus, they have airport, and they are in control of all the ports of the sea. So I think what will happen, they will not allow them to enter here, this territory, and they will not allow them to enter Damascus. And then the let us say everyone will blow his balloon, like the Israeli already weakened Syria as Assad, but Iran did not give up until now. Iran until now trying to send a lot of fighters to Syria. We don't know what's happening, but I saw this video, but I'm not sure if this video is a true video. Where is the video I saw? Let us see. Like about tons of fighters coming from Iraq. Many of them, they are Iranian and Iraqi, and we are talking about Shia for sure, you know. Those are Shia. Let us see. Yeah, I saw a video here. I will look for it. Anyway, according to the video, but nobody can confirm if it's true or not, thousands of fighters coming from Iraq, and those thousands are Iranian and Iraqi. So for sure the war is not over, and all of this can be switched. The whole idea of those people are winning is Israel. Israel is not allowing Iran to send weapons directly, to send fighters directly. Even many of the fighters who want to come and fight with the Syrian regime from Iraq, they are coming as civilians, which means they dress as civilians, so the Israeli will not shoot them when they are coming in the border. So Israel is making a big difference in this war, and I believe strongly that if not Israel, those people will not even be able to take one town. For sure, Turkey is the one who armed them, trained them, prepared them, but it is the war with Hezbollah, between Israel and Hezbollah, who make Iran and Syrian regime demolished. And as I said before, anyone will go against Israel will be doomed. However, the Israelis should be smarter. They should weaken the regime, let us say, put him in the corner, but not to let him collapse. Because if he collapses, Al-Qaeda will be the one in charge, and they are not going to be better. So now you will be getting rid of Hezbollah, and then you will find fighters from Afghanistan, from Taliban, from Pakistan, from everywhere in the world coming to do jihad against Israel. So you finish with Hezbollah, you find yourself fighting every scumbag terrorist coming from around the world. So it's going to be a big mistake for Israel, and count on my words on that if they do, if they allow that to happen. And look, the Syrian army, they left even airplanes in their airports. I mean, look how coward this army is. Not only they run away, I mean, okay, you want to run away, why you don't take the airplane? They left airplanes so the terrorists, they can take over them. This is how stupid this, this is what happened when you have fighters are just getting sorry. They are not motivated to fight. They are not really an army. It's just, okay, this guy being a sorry. And, look, how in the world do you live? I don't know if they are working, functioning, or they are junk. I'm not sure. Maybe they are junk. Actually, they look like junk. I'm not sure. I don't know. But anyway, so now the Iranian foreign minister and the Iraqi foreign minister and the Syrian foreign minister are meeting tomorrow in Iraq. And that meeting will decide what will happen next. And I'm very sure that Iranian, they will do everything they can. Look, they are making a graffiti on the airplane. Arab. I mean, look at those stupid people. You just took the airplane to become yours. Why you are making a graffiti on it? An Arab guy, he got an airplane. This is what you expect. That was funny. Yeah, anyway, so I don't think the Syrian regime is over yet. All of this is depend who is going to support him, who don't want to support him. Obviously, the American, the Israeli, I mean, they are telling this guy, the fart, the Assad, I mean, you are just a little fart. If we fart at you, we'll make you fly. And they decided to teach him and put him in the corner to show him how smart he is. This is stupid idiot. You see, maybe you do not know what happened. This guy, this donkey, he is the one actually. He sent those terrorists to Iraq. When George Bush invaded Iraq, this stupid Assad, he asked the sheikhs in Syria to call for jihad. Look how smart he is. He's so donkey. So he, and those Muslim, they will fight. Okay, Allahu Akbar. So he is the one behind actually creating ISIS by his stupidity. But you don't mean that he never thought they will go to Iraq and then they will come back to Syria to him. He said, let us use those fools to go and volunteer to fight the American. So he used his propaganda, sheikhs, to call for jihad in the mosque. Allahu Akbar. And then buses was taking volunteer civilians. They are not even terrorists. He created terror. This is how stupid he is. This is why I don't, I see this guy is so donkey. So he called them to do jihad against the American. Those people who they are normal civilians, they went to Iraq, they trained, ISIS created, and they come back to Syria. So this donkey, he sent them. He is the one who asked them to go, and now they are kicking his ass. This is how stupid this monkey is. However, me myself, I'm sick of him actually. Uh, him and his father before him, Israel, 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 every morning, every afternoon, you know. And then the country have economy is so bad they don't even have electricity. You know, electricity is like Christmas light. Everybody have a Christmas once a year. Those people in Syria, they have a Christmas all year long. No electricity, no water, no food, and the excuse is we are spending all the money to fight Israel. Come on, we are doing Allahu Akbar. You know, yeah. And him and his family, they steal the money and they send it to Europe, to Switzerland banks. Uh, they live like kings there. I mean, very corrupt and very false man. However, for us as a Christians, he's better than having a terrorist who is going to implement Sharia law. Now, look like those terrorists, they are trying to be smart. So they are not talking about Sharia law. They are not talking about practicing any of that. They are claiming that they are going to be a civil country and they will not force any religious teaching on anyone. But I don't trust what they say because this is Al Qaeda and we know what Al Qaeda. They are trying to change their skin so they can be accepted, especially in the beginning, by international community, so they can announce them and accept them in the United Nations as a government. But for me, I don't think that will happen unless the American or Trump, he will be the coming president, if he acknowledged them, and he will acknowledge them only if they agree that they will not go against Israel. But they might do that for a year or two and then they switch. I mean, okay, we promise you, we will not go against Israel. Acknowledge us in the United Nations. Let us take the seat of the Syrian Assad regime in the United Nations, and we will become the official government of the country. And we promise you, we will even sign an agreement with Israel if you want. And then a few years after, we say, okay, this is the papers. We rip it apart. We are Al Qaeda. We will not accept that. So it's going to be, for me, it's going to be a big mistake for them to replace it. You want to replace the Assad, replace it, no problem. But don't do the same stupid mistake you did in Iraq, where you replace the Assad regime, so the Saddam regime, with a Shia regime, you know, where the mullah is now in charge of Iraq. For the coming 100 years, maybe 200 years, nobody knows, you know. The only way to replace the system in Iraq right now, to take it away from the regimes, the mullahs, is war. The same war you did before. You go, you take the like now what they are doing in Syria. Support the Sunni against the Shia, Sunni take over, and then we will have Sunni dictator taking over the Shia. You know, we need to understand the Middle East is a land of terrorists. They will never be better. Speaking of democracy is something so stupid to believe in. Only foolish people will believe in such a thing. You know, democracy will never happen. So I don't know what the Americans are thinking about. Now, going back to think about what will happen next, as I said, tomorrow, I think, or maybe today, I think, what the time now there, I'm not sure. The Iraqi foreign minister and the Iranian and the Syrian foreign ministers, they are meeting, and based on this meeting, they will decide what they will do. But for sure, Iran will not give up. You see, for Iran, if the Syrian regime collapse, which is almost in the verge of collapsing, that means Hezbollah in Lebanon suffocated. That's it. There's nowhere they can bring weapon except from the sea. And the Israeli are checking every ship coming from the sea. So Hezbollah will be suffocated. You know, this is what the plan of Israel. But again, I say, Hezbollah, after the spank they got, they will never dare to attack Israel again. You know, especially now they saw what Israel can do. It's already, you know, they can make speeches about victory, etc. But Hezbollah is under the carpet. Is him, like, you know, they are facing humility never faced before. Israel wiped the floor with them. Uh, and now, I believe the other problem for Israel is not going to be Hezbollah. It's going to be the same people who they are now hoping they will take over, because those are Muslim mujahideen, and they will never, trust me, they will never say we accept Jerusalem to be taken by the Jews. That will never happen. So I hope the Israelis are smarter. I heard now, actually, from Israel, that the Israelis now are thinking to extend. They will do a little invasion inside Syria to keep a distance, and this is supposedly, what they want, but maybe it's an excuse to take more land from Syria. So they will extend. They will create a buffer zone, as they claim. But the buffer zone today is buffer zone, tomorrow is part of Israel. So the country is collapsing, the army is not there, there's nobody to stop them, nobody to fight them. So the Israeli now, they want, this is the Golan Height, here we see. If you see it in front of you, they can just grow, they can extend and take, too bad I cannot draw in this screen. Yeah, I might stop using this software to broadcast. I'm paying money for it too, but it's useless. I cannot even draw. I cannot do anything, Yeah, very, very, very upsetting software. Yeah, so the Israeli now, they are thinking it's a golden opportunity. The country is in chaos. The president is so weak. The army is shattered. They are trying to protect their family and their self from the terrorists. So the Israeli, they might do a little invasion inside Syria and eat maybe 100 kilometers, for lunch. And then they call it buffer zone. And then after 20 years from now, another Trump, which means president, he will sign papers saying to them, we acknowledge that this land is part of Israel, the same as a Trump he did sign the Golan Height to be part of Israel. Yeah, I could not find additional. Actually, I think if I use Google Chrome, I think I can do that. But I'm trying not to use Google Chrome because I'm using it for, you see, this is stupid software. It's hard to explain to you. Yeah, anyway. The only software, like the only browser have all the extension you might looking for is Google. I'm not using Google because the second I use Google, ads will appear everywhere, especially when I play YouTube. This browser block ads in YouTube. So anyway, we will see in the coming few days, but what I am seeing, I don't think is going to be, I don't think the target is going to be to take Damascus, even though those terrorists, they will wish. This is their dream. This will be like the biggest happiness ever happened to them. After more than almost 50 years, the Alawi taking over the government in Syria, half century, this is not easy. The Muslim Sunni, they will take over again, and I am sure they are going to discriminate the Muslim, the Alawi, the Christians, and everybody. They will discriminate everybody. We know them, how they are. Sunni, wherever they go, they are very, very, and they discriminate each other, actually. They will start, like after now they finish, they will start killing each other too. Because there's many militant groups, and the one who will take over the other one is the one who will be in charge of the country, Let us see what will happen. But for me, I don't think that, based on my understanding, Israel will not let Damascus collapse into the terrorist, because that will make Erdogan in their border, and that will make those terrorists in their border. Mostly what will happen, they will not, right now the terrorists are in here, in this area. They pass the city of Hama, as you see here, the city of Hama, this is Hama, and this is Homs. So now they arrive here. in this area. I saw in the news they said that the Syrian army destroyed a bridge. I don't know where this bridge is located. It's hard to see in this map, which is the easiest way for them to come, but that will stop them. Like will just slow down the advance of those Al Qaeda into Syria, into the city. So now what we heard that the Syrian army gathered a lot of forces in this area, but based on what we saw in the last 10 days, look like this army is collapsing. You know, they because one of the reasons of victory is confidence. You know, and now after losing town after town, and obviously the regime do not know what to do. And now they notice that their strength does not exist. Before they were depending on Russia, Iran, Hezbollah, the Shia militant from Iraq. But since Israel wipe and kick the ass of every one of those except the Russian, they find themselves so weak. The only one is supporting now is Russia. And Russia is busy in their war in Ukraine. Russia, when supported Assad regime 2016, they have no war. So Putin, he sent whatever airplane he wants. Right now, he might be in need in every airplane he can get his hand on. So few airplanes are now located in Syria, Russian, you know. They did little support, not much really. And this is why they were able to advance. And you know, the funny is, when the Muslims, the Alawi, or the Muslims, the regime, when they defeated the other side, the Muslim terrorists, Sunni, they claim that it is Iran and Hezbollah, not Putin. But reality, it is Putin. And now actually Putin, if he decide, he can switch things upside down again, as he did in 2016. In 2016, actually, the Muslim Sunni, they were controlling the same areas. They were controlling the city here, Homs, only few areas not controlled. Most 90% of it is controlled. City of Hama, same. City of Aleppo, same. So they were controlling the same thing. And then Putin, he jumped into the game, and things went upside down. So Putin now, if he decide to send his armed forces, trust me, will not take him even 15 days to demolish them all. Because war with the Russian is not the same as the war with such a fluffy army. So we will see, like, if the Russian really are willing to defend this regime, or they will have an agreement with Turkey that, you know what, we will guarantee you that the bases you have here and your interest will be always protected. Just let them take over the government, and they can sign the same deal the Syrian regime signed with you. They will sign it with you. If that happen, if the Russian agree for such a thing, then they might let the regime go. If the Russian did not find that their interest is protected, then the Russian, they will have no choice except to support the Assad regime and protect him from collapsing. So the coming, let us say, a few days will be very important. If the terrorists stop here in this area, they do not advance, that means the big bosses, which mean the American, the Israeli, the Turkish, big countries, they told them, don't move one more meter. Stop. Don't go farther, you know. And if they keep advancing, that means America, number one, and mostly Russia too, don't mind them to advance. So we will see really what will happen. And the meeting tomorrow between the Syrian foreign minister and the Iraqi foreign minister and the Iranian foreign minister tomorrow is going to decide maybe the fate of the country is going to be in the hand of who. All right. So we will see. And this is what I wanted to update with you about this war. Somebody was asking about the debate in Sunday. We announced it. We are waiting for them to confirm, and we will let you know. I mean, we have time while you are in rush. Today we are in Thursday, right? So don't worry. Still, we have time. I made it in Sunday because they said they can debate me in Friday and Saturday. You know. So I said, okay, let us make it Sunday. So we will see what will happen. I just send an email to this lady. This lady, maybe one of you see her here always in the chat. She's an ex-Muslim. She converted after listening to me, and she support me actually in Patreon. You know. I just received a message from her. She said, till now, there's no answer, brother. Okay. All right. Well, anyway. Okay. If they back down, that is that is a victory for us anyway, because the whole point of this debate, they want to prove to this lady and her family, because I think all of them, they left Islam, not only her. I don't know if she is in the chat, because I just received a message from her 45 minutes ago. Anyway, so if they did not show up, it is victory for us anyway, because the whole point, they want to prove to us to her that she left Islam for false information, you know. So if they fail to prove that to her, and if they back down, that means they are afraid and they are scared, right? If they come and debate, and then we are good to go. Somebody saying Russia will do the same in Syria, the same thing did to Armenia. Well, the difference is that in Syria, you see, Armenia is different. Armenia is a small country. They have no chance except, to welcome Russia. There's no other people to support them. But in Syria is different. There's many competition in Syria. There is the Turkish, Iranian, American, Israel. I mean, the whole world is interested in this little tiny land, right? Because of their location, and because of the minerals they have too. They have uranium, they have phosphate, which is uranium too, can generate uranium. They have oil. They have a strategic location, and Israel is, Israel will be in big trouble actually. For Israel, I mean, this area, if the terrorists they took over, that is a big bad news to Israel. Israelis are making a big mistake by allowing Erdogan to be in their borders, because I assure you, as soon they took over those terrorists, Erdogan will take over. The Turkish will take over of everything. They will take over the economy. They will take over the ports. They will take over the business. They will take over population. They will migrate by tens and by millions. So later Erdogan can claim it as a Turkish land. That's what they do. So the Israeli, they should be smarter than this. So they want to weaken Hezbollah. They want to corner Hezbollah. They want to demolish Hezbollah. Okay, you did. But don't go farther. They should negotiate immediately with the Assad regime. Say to him, listen, we can beat you, potato. Huh? We can keep you there. But after now, you never say our name again. So let us say they will let him stay as a guardian for their border. Otherwise, allowing those Muslim Sunni to take over, you are allowing Turkey, no one else. This is why actually Saudi Arabia, Emirat, Bahrain, many of those countries are so unhappy with this news, because they will be next. The target will get bigger, because now the Muslim Brotherhood, they will have a country again. Remember, not long time ago, the Muslim Brotherhood, they control Egypt. And then Saudi Arabia, with their money, they were able to make a revolution inside Egypt and kick out the Muslim Brotherhood. So now, if they come back and they took over Syria, the dream of Erdogan is coming to happen again, which is Turkey now is under the Muslim Brotherhood, Syria under the Muslim Brotherhood. Jordan is so easy to conquer. I mean, Jordan is this guy don't even have an army. The king of Jordan, he doesn't have an army. If the Syrian army could not fight them, with the help of the Russian airplanes, the Jordanian is potatoes. This is not even a country. Jordan is just a bunch of Arab tribe, and the king is 5 foot tall. He wear high heels to make himself look tall, and he walk like a turkey to make himself look like a man. Very funny and very silly. So the Jordan government can collapse in 5 minutes, not in 5 hours. 5 minutes. The only reason for Jordan to stay the way it is now is Israel. However, all of them, they will be afraid from what's going to happen next, because it's going to be like a chain, country after country, and the Saudi and the Emirati are very worried for what's happening. So we will see what will happen. All right. I hope that Israeli are not making a big mistake, and they will not be sorry. They're replacing the mice with a big rat. Tomorrow, or today, the meeting in Iraq will be between the Shia leaders, the Iranian, the Iraqi, and the Syrian, and they will decide what to do. If Iran decided to send their armed forces, which is going to be under the threat of Israel, we don't know what Israel will do if Iranians send their army, but Iranian can change the position of war easy. They have a massive army, they have massive power, but it's very sensitive area, because the Iranian, they are afraid if they send their army too, maybe the American will hit them. You never know who's going to hit them. It's not a free land anymore. There is a lot of players, and I heard that the Israeli, they already sent a letter, a threat to the Iraqi government, and they mentioned 13 militant groups. The Iraqi, they said they are going to target them very soon. So Iraq right now is terrified. The Shia in Iraq are terrified what Israel is preparing for them. And again, this is what I say. I mean, those stupid Shia, they put Israel in their head. They want to do jihad against Israel. It is time for them to learn that they are so tiny and so small. The mentality of those Shia, the same as the Sunni. You give them a Kalashnikov, they think they control the world. As simple as that. They think they are very powerful. They don't know that a small, tiny country can demolish you. You are not that powerful. You are nothing. And now all of them, after this war, 2-month war with Israel, made a huge change in the Middle East. So we will see what will happen, and we go from there. Time will tell. Well, I don't think that, the Assad regime don't deserve support from anybody. I mean, this guy is stupid. So why the Israeli will support him when he is giving them a headache supporting Hezbollah all this time? He's an idiot. He's an idiot all the way. You see, Erdogan actually, he asked the Assad to come and visit him 2 months ago. The small tiny Assad, he's still stubborn. If he did accept to visit from Erdogan and shake hands and do some diplomatic, all of this will be avoided. But again, he is an idiot. He's so proud. He think really he is a real king, when in fact he cannot even control his own land. Yeah. Uh, but Israel, what they can do, they can they can draw their own line where those Muslims cannot get close inside Syria. So this is why I'm saying that Israeli, they might do invasion. They are waiting, actually, I think, for the news to see if they will be able to take the city of Homs here. If they took the city, I think the Israeli, they will do invasion to Syria and from the Golan Height, and they will extend their buffer zone. They will call it buffer zone, but it's going to be an excuse to occupy more land. So they might go closer to Damascus to keep a big distance between whoever is going to take over and the new government. And then they will start negotiation with the new government. Okay, you want the land? You have to sign an agreement with us before we let you have it. We will see. Does USA has aircraft in Turkey? USA have even nuke in Turkey. And this is other issue. You know, the American, they are so stupid to keep a nuke in Turkey, because if you remember during Gaza time, where a lot of civilian, they attack the American base in Turkey where they have nukes. So imagine if Erdogan decide to put his hand on those nukes. He can. I don't know if the American, they move them or they still have them, because Erdogan, anytime he can take them. No, he can take all the nukes there. Who's going to stop him? Now, for sure, if you do that, there is a consequence, but it's very stupid to leave those nukes inside Turkey. When Trump was in the office, he was planning to move the American forces from Turkey into Greece. But I think since Biden came, the plan changed and they keep their forces inside Turkey. So we will see what will happen. But obviously the regime, the regime is collapsing because of fear. Nobody want to fight. The people are running, people don't want to fight. Yeah. So very, very bad. This is showing you how corrupt it is, this regime, to the point there's even their own fighters don't want to fight for their own self. Just run. Just a few weeks ago, he was making a speech against Israel. If he knew what is going to happen next, if he knew, right? If a person can see the future, his future tomorrow, he will see how stupid he is. But how he can fix this mistake now? The only way for him to fix his mistake, if he try to extend the diplomacy with Israel, ask for forgiveness, promise them that he will never move his ass against Israel again, and leave me alone. And then maybe he can do something and take back what he lost. Maybe. Yeah. The funny now, I'm seeing in the news, a lot of Syrians, they are running away to Lebanon. Just 2 weeks ago, a lot of Lebanese were running away to Syria. All of this because the stupid leader of Hezbollah decide to do jihad against Israel to support Gaza. And look how the Sunni, this is why you cannot trust the Sunni. You see, the Sunni, instead of saying thank you to the Shia because they were fighting Israel and they suffer a great casualty supposedly to support Hamas, and instead of saying thank you, they're killing them. You see what the Muslims about? Never trust them. Never, never, never. Because if I am a Muslim, okay, if I am a Muslim and I am a Sunni, and those are Shia, okay, but those Shia, they went at war with Israel for the sake of Gaza. That's what they claim. And they lost thousands of fighters with Israel. How we can reward them? We attack them from their back. That exactly present for you the Islamic society. They are Arab, and always they have a dagger in the back of their brother. Always. You see the Caliphate Uthman, they killed him. Before they killed him, actually, they took the hair from his beard. They torture him. Every caliphate killed by them. Aisha, she took an army to fight Ali. the son-in-law of Muhammad, and to kill his daughter and his family. Umar did the same. Abu Bakr did the same. This is how the Muslims are. Never trust them. And they don't trust each other. You know, like even the Muslims in the Middle East, they say, uh, uh, we eat in the house of a Muslim, but we sleep in the house of a Christian. What does that mean? You can't close your eyes in the house of a Muslim. This is a Muslim, what they say. The Muslim, they say, they advise each other, they say, eat in the house of a Muslim, no problem, but sleep in the house of a Christian. Which means, if you want to close your eyes, you close it when you are between the Christians. They will not betray you. You close your eyes between the Muslims, you are dead. And it's true, as you see. Look what they're doing to each other. I mean, if you look at the whole fight, who's fighting who now? Like the Christian there, just because they are there, they have no choice. But the whole fight is between Muslims versus Muslims. I mean, who is Erdogan? Muslim. Who is Iraq? Muslims. Who is the Assad? Muslims. Muslims. You know? This is how they are, always, all their life like this. Nothing will change. Garbage in, garbage out. Right? Don't accept anything, you know, from garbage except smell. There's no recycle in it. So we will see now what will happen next. I believe there is international forces in this war, and they are the one who will decide. They are the one who will draw the line where those terrorists they can continue and where they can stop. So if they say to them, okay, you can take the city, they will take it. If the American they say no, you cannot take it, they will stop. You know, we will see. It's not the one who is fighting in the ground really who decide. It is the one who is the superpower. Yeah, but doesn't mean Saddam Hussein was a good person for the Christians. He used them. Saddam Hussein, as I said, the most close people to him were Christians, but not because he liked Christians, because he don't trust the Muslims. As an example, the foreign minister of Saddam Hussein was a Christian. And look what happened. When Saddam Hussein was captured, right, all the Muslims betrayed him. The Christian foreign minister of Iraq, who is foreign minister of Saddam Hussein, even after they capture him, he refused to deny Saddam Hussein. He refused even to witness against him. They offer him even, if you witness against him, we can like lower your sentence. He refused. See what I'm telling you? The Christians are the trustworthy. Muslims are, you know, like now you see in TV. A day before they were shouting Assad, Assad, Assad. A day after, death to Assad, death to Assad. The same people, the same group, the same. You know, like whoever marry his mom, they call him daddy. That's it. So they have no loyalty, and they always betray each other, and they are full of hatred, sectarian hate. You know, so the Sunni, they are like, let us say, they have many years being oppressed by the Alawi. But the Alawi themselves, they were oppressed for many hundreds of years, not many years, by the Sunni. So like it's an exchange of oppression, you know. So Saddam Hussein was oppressing the Shia in Iraq. Big time. The Shia took over Iraq. The Shia are now oppressing the Sunni. The Sunni in Iraq now, they are second-hand citizen. Like by law they are not, but in reality they are, you know. All important jobs is for the Shia. Yeah, they give them the Sunni, they tell them, okay, we will make you a member in the parliament. But in reality they are in charge of nothing. Uh, so we will see where the American will decide for those people how long they can go. The American, the Russian, we will see. And we will see if the Iranian they will decide to send their army. But as long Israel is not allowing that to happen, then Iran is limited in what they can help. Otherwise, they can. The Iranian can help big deal. But the big problem, the Iranian, they should bow down in their feet, ask Israel for forgiveness, says, please let us go in. Please. I advise all the Shia, if you want really to fix it, go and kiss the ass of Israel. The only one can help you right now is Netanyahu. Your mullahs, here we go. They are terrified even to enter the borders from Iraq. What happened to those, Allahu Akbar, etc.? Now they are afraid Israel will hit us. We cannot go, the potatoes. All of them, they are potato. The Muslim Sunni terrorists, they are potatoes. And the Shia, they are potatoes. And yet they claim they can fight Israel. Good luck. Uh, but it's time for this idiot to change. Like, I hope they will keep him, but he will change his tone. He will stop making his speeches against Israel, and he will learn his lesson hard way. That, listen, potato, we can take you off in a second. We have too much patience on you. We will see what will happen. But based on what I see now, the forces of this guy is collapsing. Everybody is running. We don't know what's happening in the ground, because sometimes you see news, it can be false. Like, they will show you a video, they will say the Syrian army is running and a bunch of cars driving fast, but that might be not them. It might be somebody else. So a lot of false news during wartime can be going on, and to use propaganda and to install fear in the heart of people. But it's obvious, the result is so clear, that town after town, and the funny is, like, those terrorists, they advance, and then the Syrian army didn't even fight. They give the city. Like, they withdraw even before the terrorists get in, which is very weird. This is how much they are not motivated to fight. And now, this fight with this in city here, if they give it up, I mean, that's really horrible. If the Assad regime run away the same they did with the other cities, I mean, that's it. Those guys, they control now more than 50% of the country. Let us say maybe 40%, maybe 30%. And then the Kurdish now, they are thinking that they are happy, but trust me, they will come to you, Kurdish people, because Trump, he might betray you and deliver you to Erdogan. Trump, he did that before, Trump, when he was a president, he wanted to withdraw his troops from the Turkish area. And if that happened, the same groups, they will attack the Kurdish. And they will conquer them, no matter how strong the Kurdish, without the support with the, because remember, the Kurdish fight will not be only with them, will be with the Turkish. So Erdogan will attack from here, they will attack from this direction, and the Kurdish is messed up. I saw some Kurdish videos making fun of the Assad, but they are stupid, because the result will be horrible for them. They will be next, right? So we will see what will happen. I advise the Assad regime to invite Israel to take over Damascus. This way, people of Damascus will live happy. They will have a nice country, and they will not be ruled by a bunch of terrorists. Neither Shia, neither Muslims. Make Netanyahu as your president. Um, Brother Muslim saying that in act there is a sacrifice offered by Paul that is a contradiction with the last sacrifice of Jesus. The Muslim, they decide for the Christians what is contradiction. A people who do not even can understand one verse in the Quran, they can explain our book. Is that real? I mean, which chapter in the Quran the Muslims they agree about the interpretation of it? So a Muslim Abdul, when I tell us what is a contradiction in the Bible, hmm. Same time, you know, when we talk about the sacrifice of Christ, this is sacrifice for sin for all mankind. But a human being, any one of us, can give a sacrifice. Who said we cannot? Who said that? You know, like in fact, when you give donation, you are doing sacrifice because simply you are taking from your effort, you know, from your time, from your money, from your, you know, you don't find money in the street, and this is not the blood, just money. You are sacrificing something for something else. So when we say the last sacrifice, this is about the savior of all mankind. Are you coming for Trump inauguration? No, I don't care for those things. Why I want to come for that? Why I want to waste my money to go and see, someone become a president? You know? You see, we have a great hope that Trump he will change a lot of things in America. But I can assure you from now, and I voted for Trump, as you know, Trump will make a lot of poo-poo. Any American president, he always dump a lot of poo-poo. I assure you that, you know. So we are happy that we get rid of the Democrat and their walk. This is what my interest is. I'm not really worried about too much about the economy. I mean, I will live, I will survive. But what my number one worry about the future of our children's, that those woke they are teaching them very pervert, false teaching, deceiving them, corrupting them. That is number one worry for me. You know, I'm not really worried about China. You know, I'm not worried about the tax of Trump. But number one is the woke. Those idiot, they are obsessed with sex. They have obsession. I mean, everything in their agenda is sex, 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 sex. They make me sick, you know. They are taking kids from their school and changing their gender without permission, even from their parents. Very filthy. So I supported Trump because he will oppose number one this. Then there is things is less important for me. But doesn't mean Trump he will be the perfect man. You will see he will do a lot of poo-poo, you know, and maybe big poo-poo too. We don't know. We will see. He went to Russia some days ago. Well, they did the attack during the time he was in Russia. But obviously, the Russian they did not give too much support because they never thought that his army is made from cake, you know, cookies. Because the guy he have an army, it's a big in number, but they never thought that his army will run. You know what happened? They even run away and they left the weapon the Russian gave them, and the Iranian gave them, which means they armed the terrorist. Each time the terrorists they take over a base, army base, the army base is full of weapon. You know. Yeah, you know, for me, I voted for Trump not because he is the perfect, but he have a common sense and he agree with what we agree about most, that this is a Christian nation and we will keep the Christian value. But I'm not expecting him to behave as a saint. He's not, right? He's a businessman. He loves money. His kids worship money, and they will do their best to make a lot of money. However, all of them are they do that. Hillary Clinton no better, Bill Clinton no better, Obama no better, Biden no better. Trust me, none of those have a motive to go just to serve you. It have to be there's a motive. Like why a person he will take all the insult to be a congressman or a senator. You know why? Because simply they will get rich. They are not serving us. You be in the Congress, you will receive information before anyone about the stock market. Every single one in the Congress is investing in the stock market. They call their friends tomorrow. The prices for this stock will go high because they receive information before anyone else about the stock market. Anyone in the whole world. This is why Nancy Pelosi is going to die there. They never bought a stock go down. Have you ever somebody investing in stock market, his stock never go down? So when we vote for those people, we are not expecting them to be like now. I heard that the Republican, they are moving to change that. So anyone who will serve in the Congress should not practice any investment in the time during the Congress service. Yeah, we will see. I hope that will happen. I saw see, like now after we as a Christian we showed our power in vote. I saw, what is the name of this guy who was in Fox News? They wanted him to become Trump wanted him to be the defense minister, the one Trump. Yeah, I just saw. I saw him in the news today. And they asked him a question, and I like that he mentioned that we are, as people, we change, and he mentioned that I answer to nobody except the president and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So there's a new tone, in the government, a tone we never heard before during the time of the filthy scumbag Biden. Yeah. Regardless if he was going to be approved or not, but now we hear more people like, during the time of Obama, he tried to kill the word of Christmas. Like, don't say Christmas, say holiday. So the filthy scumbag Obama, the Muslim Obama, he starts sending a memo to all government employees and even companies not to send Christmas because it's offending non-believers in Christianity. So for 8 years, they were trying so hard to stop people from using the word Christmas. And they thought they can kill Christmas, Yeah, they thought they can kill Christmas. Were they able to kill the Christmas? No. But they did try. This is why you will see some so-called Christian naive ones, supposedly they are conservative. They will say to you, Christmas is a pagan practice. You ask yourself why it's pagan practice. They will say to you, tree, and they will say, who care about a tree? Don't make a tree. But Christmas is real. It's in the Bible. Isn't it even 3 men, they came and they gave gifts to the Messiah? Isn't it even stars fall down from the sky? Isn't it the angels came to Mary and gave her the good news? So the sky, the earth, peace on earth. So the sky, the earth, the heaven is celebrating the birth of Jesus. and then you will see an idiot. He's saying to you, the Christmas is pagan, right? So the Muslim, by the way, they wish that we will not celebrate Christmas no more, because one of the biggest attraction to the Muslim kids is a Christmas. They see how, silly, stupid their holiday Eid. Food and this. There's nothing. There's no pleasure in their Islamic holidays. There's nothing but food. Muslim kids always they are drawn into Christmas. And Christmas, and I say to you, I'm a growing man, and Christmas make me feel I am a kid again. It bring happiness to my life, regardless if I have friends visiting me or no families visiting me or nobody. Christmas always is a special day, special time. For this is not about me. This is about our security, Christ. So peace on earth and the whole world have a pleasure and joy. That is a Christmas. Whatever people they can say, and I assure you, the Muslim they would love to see you, dropping the Christmas. Don't mention it anymore. Here we have the video. Let me see if I can play it for you. From Fox News.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to relay that it has been a great week. It's been a great day. Great day yesterday.
Is the sound coming good?
Senators earning every vote. I have a great deal of respect for this process. Advice and counsel have gotten great advice. We don't take anything for granted. The conversations have been robust, candid at times, with great questions on policy, personality, everything. So we're going to earn those votes. We're fighting all the way through the tape. We're grateful to have the president's support, because his vision for this Department of Defense is to bring it back to its core capacity of deterring our enemies and, if necessary, defeating them.
The sound is low.
And that means ultimately putting war fighting.
Okay, let me see if I can find.
No more social justice.
If I can find the video in different place.
This is about lethality, meritocracy, readiness, war fighting, and accountability.
Let me see. Maybe if we can find it on YouTube. Yeah, anyway, like he mentioned that he answered to no one except to Christ, his Lord and his Savior, and etc. So this is a language we never heard before from those filthy scumbag of Biden. I'm really sick of those people. They make me sick. And this is why, we wanted the Trump, for we want to change course for the country. They are poisoning our kids, trying to fight us, fight our belief. CP, you should book a class. Class for what? I don't know what I mean. What do you mean, buddy? Three hours ago. Okay, let's see. Fox News. Yeah, maybe you can find it. All right. The Muslim, they enjoy Christmas everywhere. You know, there's nothing in their holiday. Their holiday is just about food. Nothing. There's no happiness. There's no real happiness because simply there's something very important missing. This is not a religion of peace. It's not about light. It's not about, they can buy light. They put light actually. They start decorating, and even like this, they have now instead of Papa Noel or Santa Claus, they have Papa Muhammad. Did you see the Muslim kids program? They are teaching kids don't say Papa Noel or Santa Claus, say Papa Muhammad. So now they have Papa Muhammad. But who wanna sit in the lap of Papa Muhammad, the child molester? Who in the world wanna shit? Yeah, wanna sit in the lap of Papa Muhammad? The guy, his wife, she was 6 years old. So imagine you have 6 years old girl and you put her in the lap of Abdul, and this is Papa Muhammad. He will F her, excuse my language. A Muslim Papa Muhammad? There's no Papa. So they try to copy us and everything. Islam always forbidden music, right? Always. Now they start making, CDs and Arabic music for Islam because they notice that we cannot follow the stupid Muhammad. In order to make Islam attractive, we have to follow the trend, you know. But isn't it music is haram? They find a solution for this. Says, okay, this is not a music. This is, for the sake of Allah. You know? Yeah. Papa Muhammad. Papa Ganoush. All right? All right. Well, still early for Christmas, my friend. Thank you very much. Unless you live in the Philippines. In the Philippines, their Christmas start in July. Some countries, their Christmas start 6 months before the Christmas. You know? Like, people, they have different nature, different culture, different nature. So some people, they are always sad. Doesn't matter what happened, even if they are inside the party, like the Middle East. Well, we cannot celebrate anything. We are always sad. I mean, how in the world anyone can celebrate? Look at this messed up land, the century after century after century, nothing but war and killing and blood. I mean, can you find me even 1 year without war? It's impossible. So every nation have different nature, different culture, and like some countries, people are happy. I mean, in 2 seconds, they will find them singing, having party, and there is people who if you put them inside the party, they are crying. They are unhappy. That's us, the Middle Eastern. We are always unhappy, right? Yeah. If you go to Philippines, every single citizen is a singer. I never saw a country everybody sing like them. Not only they sing, actually, they sing with no accent. Like they can sing for you a song from England or Scotch or Texas, and trust me, you will not believe it. They have no accent when they sing. You will not know that they are Filipinos until they start talking. But when they are singing, they sing it as it is. You know? Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. They have, I think they have like in their DNA something with the music, you know? So like they can copy the sound, they can copy the word, they can copy the accent. I think it's their nature, which is not available for everybody. I mean to that, my brother. We are always having Christmas when we are with Christ. All right. Anything else? Yeah, we Arab are funny bunch until you live between us. Then we are not funny no more. If you live between us, you will apply to migrate to Mars. Like imagine now you live in Iraq or in Syria. Let's just imagine yourself you live in between a bunch of Abdul. Like you see, those who live in Emirat, they say to you, life in Emirat is fine. But Arab in Emirat are very small minority. Do you know that? Yeah. The local, the Emirati are very tiny in number. The majority are foreigners. I think the Emirati is like 1 to 20. So you walk in the street, you see Indian, Indonesian, Russian, Ukrainian, but you don't see Emirati. Where is the local? Where is the citizen? There's nobody. You know? Yeah. If they become the majority, then everybody will leave. Uh, do we have any Muslim here? There's a guy in the comment. He make a comment. I found him the most funny stupid ever. The legend, what his name? The legend Rohan. I don't know why this guy don't call me. It would be fun, so we will die laughing. What do you think about Sheikh Hamdan, UAE? You see, it doesn't matter how much they try to make themselves civil and nice. In reality, they are snakes. I don't know if you know that Saudi Arabia and Emirat, they are enemy. Emirat and Qatar are enemy. Qatar and Saudi Arabia are enemy. Saudi Arabia and Erdogan are enemy. I mean, so don't be misled by they try to present themselves that they are like people of civilization. They are snakes. Just go to Emirat and make a post against the royal family, and then you will see how nice they are and how civil they are. Just do it. You want to see how nice they are? Just do it. Like you see, thank God we are in America. I can make fun of George Bush. I can make fun of Trump. I can make fun of, I can call him, I can call Joe Biden a scumbag. I will be fine. But I cannot do that in any Muslim countries. You will be dead in 2 minutes. So don't let them fool you by the way they try to present themselves as they are civil and they are, moderate. And, all of this is just garbage. In fact, all Middle Eastern countries, including Emirat, they watch every post in Twitter, in Facebook, in any social media. You have to watch what you say carefully. Explain the true meaning of the word Christmas instead of the original saying Merry Christmas. You see, I don't really care for those things. Explain the original, because it's not word we say, because some people, they might say words, but they don't even know what they mean. However, what we care for is what they meant. So don't be like, those people who focus about, should we say potato or batato? Tomato or tomato? Don't go to that ground. When somebody say to you, Merry Christmas, he is celebrating Christmas. You approve the word, you don't approve. You think the origin, not origin, that is silly. Still, he means something good. What the Lord, he said, from their fruits you shall know them. So if somebody, he is celebrating Christmas with good heart, it doesn't matter what the word he is using. He is celebrating Christmas. Everybody, not everybody have knowledge of languages. Not everybody is Shakespeare to know what English mean. And there is no need for this drama. Stay away from those things. I advise you. If you make things complicated, people will hate you and will hate your Christmas. So when we go to service to celebrate the Christmas, we are celebrating that day. That service is for the Lord, for his birthday. However, the day where the Messiah is born cannot be repeated again. The same as any of us. If you are born, let us say 1800, in the year 1800, you are very ancient. And you celebrate your birthday every year. In fact, you cannot celebrate your birthday ever again, because your birthday is gone. You are just trying to celebrate a memory, and the day you are celebrating is not even the day of your birthday. Let us say you are born in January 1st, 1990. Every 3 years we have to add a few days to the calendar, correct? Is that correct? We have to fix it. The sun calendar is not, the Georgian calendar is not perfect. So we add days, we add a day to fix it. So imagine after 30 years from your life, how many days you added? So are you really celebrating your day? In the birthday you celebrate? No. So even if you try to manage the date is wrong. Same time, the date will never repeat itself. The second it goes now, it's not coming back. You cannot take it back. So celebrating an occasion is what we do, not celebrating a date. So like somebody will say to you, like the Orthodox, they have different date for Christmas. I believe, by the way, the Orthodox, they have a better calendar from the Western calendar when it's come to those things. However, it doesn't matter really which day is. We are celebrating the Messiah. We are not celebrating the day, because the day will never come back again. Syria is sad. Well, maybe it's for their best. You never know. Sometime we hate something and it turned to be better. Sometime we like something, it turned to be worse. You never know. I mean, this Assad regime is a stupid regime. They are in control of the country for the last 50 years. They are thieves, stealing money, corrupt, unjust, and this is all will lead to something wrong, plus, after all their corruption, they try to present themselves that they are heroes. They want to fight Israel. So Israel spanked them. However, based on my experience of all the Middle East, this land is cursed. They will never have peace. Like, okay, now we replace the government, you put anyone. Are they going to stop war? No. Well, they will continue. They will continue. It's just a change of power from sect to sect. And then one day that sect will get weak. The other sect, supported by different country, powerful country, they took over again. They torture the other sect. This is how they are. Shia, Sunni, and the Christians are between their legs. All right. Have you ever visited Syria? Well, I went to many countries. I'm not going to mention where, but I've been all over the Middle East. I used to do and go hunt on all those deserts. I used to have, when I was a teenager, I used to have a Range Rover. We go a group of teenage, we take Range Rover and we go through the desert, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Syria, Iraq, for hunt. Yeah. We take with us a tank full of gas. Like one truck is just dragging, like what they call it? I don't know what they call it. It's like a small. It's not really small. I mean, it's big, but let us say, you know, those big trucks who carry fuel, but it's a small size because in the desert there is no fuel. There's no gas station where you can, and those cars like Land Rover, Range Rover, they suck gas like crazy. So we have one for this, and we have another one for water. You know, because when you go in the desert, there's nobody you can ask him to water. I mean, there's no. It's a desert. So we go to you go for hunt, and we go. There's no borders. When you go for hunt, there's no borders. All you see here in the map, like you know, if you go from Saudi Arabia here and you want to go in this direction, when you are driving, do you think you will know? You see the border? There's no border. You drive, you find yourself crossing. Like if we switch, let us switch. Let us see if there is any road here. Yeah, I mean there's no borders. You know, you will be driving your car, you will keep going. And always we take with us a Bedouin man who is, let us say, expert with the area, so we know how to go back. So you can cross from Saudi Arabia to Jordan. You will not even notice that you are there. You can cross to Syria. It's an empty land. There's nothing. You know, totally nothing. There's no border. There's no police. There's no. This is why controlling those borders, when we talk about control, is a joke. And this is why drugs and weapon, like now the Israelis saying they are watching the borders. Is it possible? It's impossible. Because this land is not mountains. It's a flat land. And all what you need to have is just, you know, four-wheel drive, good quality, and go. And the land is actually very smooth mostly. It is just like, it's almost the same as driving in a road. Not much aggressive drive, you know. Yeah. And at that time, we don't have GPS. Like now you have GPS. You can go and check your direction. There's no GPS. There's no cell phone. So if your car stuck, you're stuck. That's why we take many cars. No, we don't take camel. You know, okay, you guys have a wrong idea about the Middle East. You think that they are until now still in the camels. If I show you, you will not believe it. They got money. What camel? Uh, let us see. Camels? You have no idea. All right. This is what they do. Do you see it? Yeah. A lot of money. Buy expensive cars. Drive in the desert. Have fun. This is what they have. They have nothing to do except those things, you know? Yeah. What camels? They buy the most expensive cars. The days of camels is over. They have a lot of money. This guy, look, he is taken with his 1.8. In Saudi Arabia, they call it 1.8. He's taking. He's going with his truck. Look. Right? That's what they do. They burn the engine of the car just for fun. This guy is even holding the flag. This is maybe in USA. This is Dubai. All right, this is Dubai. Yeah. Or you know, like if you are more wealthy, you hunt by birds. Each bird will cost like $300,000, $500,000, sometimes million. You know. But usually this is a sport for those who have too much money. They don't know what to do with it. You know, like yeah. Those birds are extremely expensive. They use them for hunting. Yeah, look, those are Arab going all the way to Mongolia to practice this. You know, each bird is like $300,000, $400,000. Each bird they have with them. Yeah, what the Arab, you know, what they have to do for fun. That is too much money. Let's spend money. You see, all of them they have the same. Like this is the Qatar ruler, and this is the king of Saudi Arabia, and they start competing with each other. Who is the one who own a like more expensive bird? So God knows the bird, the king of Saudi Arabia, is holding how much it cost. It's not called Istanbul. It's called Constantinople. Never changed the name of the city. Here we go. This is the royal, the fake royal of Qatar. He's happy. He's happy. He can't even control the bird. He's scared. Yeah, 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 yeah. Piece of shit. Yeah, but in those countries, a lot of people, they are poor too. Don't think that all the people are, you know. In Saudi Arabia, there's a lot of beggars. In Saudi Arabia, with all the oil they have, there's a street they never even have asphalt still. All right. I'm not going to keep you longer. Well, because the money goes to certain families and the rest, they will stay poor, you know. There's important families in every country. They control everything. And the rest, they are just work for the benefit of those families. So like this guy, his family, they've been sponsored by the British intelligence. They made them a royal family. They made them royal family, but they are not. And since then, they swallow all the money of the country. His mom, the mother of this guy, she is buying companies, beautification companies, beauty brands, all kinds of crazy stuff. This guy and the rest of his family buying a stadium, jewelry stores in England, jewelry companies, sport teams. Too much money. Don't know what to do with the money. There's the money coming from the ground. Every day in the morning they wake up, there's more, you know, maybe 20, $30 billion. What they would do with the money? And the population of the country is so small. So he gave $5,000 for every citizen, and the rest in his pocket and his family. And the important families, they give them more, just to keep them their mouth shut, you know. Yeah. As long the American, they keep him there, because the American, they can take him in 2 seconds and replace him. All right, I think we have enough for today. What do you think, guys? I'm not going to keep those videos about the war. I just update because it's just news, and the news become old. After you speak about it, few hours after, the news is old. You know. So we will see in the news in Syria. The one who will decide the fate of tomorrow is Israel, Russia, USA, and properly Iran. Turkey, already we know what Turkey wants. Turkey want to take all over the country, but not everything Erdogan he want is going to happen unless the American and the Israeli and the Russian approve it. So we will see. All right. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. And as we mentioned that we will have a debate this coming Sunday, but it's not confirmed yet. I hope we will receive confirmation soon. If it's not Sunday, if the time change, I will update you anyway. But I hope it's going to happen. All right. So thanks all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And God is good. And so is Jesus. I mean to that. See you soon. Bye-bye.